Hello, and thank you for joining us on norvado.com/telecommuter. I'm your host of this podcast, Andy Johns, and I'm joined today by CEO of Norvado, Chad Young, to talk a little bit about this Telecommuter Forward program. So, Chad, thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me on, Andy. Very excited to talk about our Telecommuter Forward certification.
Now, there's a lot to get into here, so why don't you just go ahead right off the bat and tell us a little bit about, for anybody who doesn't know, what is Telecommuter Forward?
Sure. Well, Telecommuter Forward is a certification that was established this year as the state of Wisconsin signed Bill AB 917 into law. The bill is meant to establish a Telecommuter Forward certification for a public-private partnership that establishes a single point of contact within a community for telecommuting opportunities. And that point of contact's responsibilities include coordination and partnership with telecommuting stakeholders, collaboration with broadband providers and employers to identify, develop, and market telecommuter-capable packages, and communicate that partnership with those providers and different economic development groups throughout the area. And it also really acts as a marketing tool that we can use to try to attract folks to our area, show them the capabilities that we have to be able to provide up to gigabit speed connections and allow them to work from their home in an absolutely beautiful area of the country.
And it is a beautiful area, that's for sure. So why is telecommuting important to the local economy? You know, things are changing in terms of the way we think about work, the way that we think about a local economy. Why is telecommuting important for that?
Sure. Well, in our area, like most of rural America, we do have an aging demographic. And so as the folks in our area are getting older, we're looking for younger professionals, folks who want to enjoy the lifestyle that you can live here in Cable, Wisconsin, with the skiing, fishing, the Northwoods, and all the great activities that we're able to enjoy. But it attracts those folks to our area. And frankly, where we have a lack of employers in rural America, this is a way that we can attract residents to our area, really strengthen our economy here, and highlight the capabilities that we have as a company. So as far as Norvado is concerned, we view this as one of our paths to the future, where not everybody will travel to an office every day, but perhaps they can relax, have that cup of coffee in the morning, and then get to work as telecommuting, utilizing our high-speed connections.
Excellent. I'm sure folks will be looking forward to that. So now this is a statewide piece of legislation that went through, but I know Norvado was spearheading that effort. What exactly was the role that you and Norvado played in making this a reality?
Sure. Well, sometimes it's just those small conversations that you have to lead to big things. And this really started as a conversation between myself and Scotty Sandstrom, who heads up the Bayfield County Economic Development Corporation. And it was more or less me just telling Scotty that, it would be great if we could really highlight the capabilities that we have here in the Northwoods, because I don't think people think of the National Forest and fiber optics going together. And so Scotty picked that up, ran with it, and we eventually worked with the Wisconsin State Telephone Association, who helped introduce the bill, which ultimately got signed into law. And so at the end of the day, it was that small conversation that really just started that ball rolling, and really set up Norvado to be the first community and area within the country to actually be certified as telecommuter ready.
And that's exciting, certainly, to be on the front end of something this big. Absolutely. So congratulations there.
Thank you.
What what does a community need in order to be optimized for telecommuting?
Sure. Well, really, it does start with that public-private partnership. And in our area, like I mentioned, we work closely with our chambers of commerce and our economic development. And it's really establishing that relationship so that you have somebody, in this case, the director of our Economic Development Corporation, who's going to act as that single point of contact and really foster that economic development in the area. And that role really is to connect potential telecommuters with broadband providers like Norvado. And so the essential piece is having that public-private partnership and somebody willing to take on that central coordination role.
Sure. And we've talked about Norvado's role in it, and you mentioned Scotty and everything he's done there. But what does this mean, do you think, for Bayfield County to be, like you said, the first in Wisconsin, and really first nationwide to have this kind of certification?
Absolutely. Well, this is an area where, like I said, we have beautiful recreation opportunities. It's an absolutely wonderful part of the country to work in, but where we are lacking is in larger towns and, frankly, employers. And so what this does is it really negates the need to have brick and mortar businesses building in our area in order for us to be able to attract residents and folks who are going to be able to have a lucrative career and working from our locale here in northwest Wisconsin. And so what that means to us, it really means that that it helps to attract folks to the county. It helps build our local economy, and it helps all of our businesses, including Norvado, thrive at the end of the day.
Now, I have heard a little bit more and more, and you see it kind of becoming a little bit more common, folks working from home. I believe that you said you've done a little bit of telecommuting yourself. Why is now the right time when we're seeing this becoming more and more of a viable option for folks?
Oh, absolutely. Well, in the past, there was a lot of different systems, different software that companies use. And you're right, I'm a great example. I have a gigabit connection at my home. I like to tout that because Norvado can provide that. And it really allows me to do anything that I want to do at home, the same things that I do here at work. And so I can bring anything that I'm working on to home, and I'm really at no disadvantage. And really, that's the path to the future. It's that you have a telephone connection, you have an internet connection, you can get a VPN into your work, and you can really do just about anything from any location, provided you have that high-speed connection.
So, Chad, Norvado and Bayfield County are certainly the pioneers with this Telecommuter Forward program. How big do you see this getting? How much potential is there? And obviously, this is a statewide program, so I'm sure you'd like to see it grow.
Absolutely. And I think what you're going to see is that a lot of areas are going to be applying for Telecommuter Forward certification. Since Norvado received ours a short while ago, I'm aware that there are a number of other applications that have been submitted. And it's really because the independent telephone companies here in Wisconsin have been very progressive in deploying fiber and doing away with that digital divide so that we can have telecommuters in the rural parts of the state. So I really only see this program growing, and I think that employers are interested in telecommuters as well, because they don't have to have that investment in brick and mortar facilities, and they can get the people that they're looking for and the talent that they want to have, even if they're not located in the same city or locale as them. And so in the future, I think you're going to see telecommuting continue to be larger, and that there's going to be more and more telecommuters out there. And I'm happy to say that Wisconsin and Norvado are at the forefront of that effort.
Well, that's certainly an excellent spot to be in, a spot Norvado certainly finds itself frequently as being right on the front end of a trend like that. So if there's a company out there that is considering allowing companies to telecommute, or if you've got somebody who's a telecommuter and can live anywhere and they're looking at just to find a spot to move to, what's your pitch for bringing that employee to the area, to Bayfield County, as a telecommuter optimized spot?
Absolutely. Well, the pitch for Bayfield County and Cable, Wisconsin in particular, is that there is no place more beautiful in the country. We have more recreational activities than anywhere else that I can think of. If you like to see the seasons change, this Cable is the perfect place for you. And we have fiber to the home to nearly 100% of our customers today. So it is not a problem getting you that bandwidth, the broadband connections that you need in order to telecommute from home, so that you can live and play in the same place that you work. And we have telecommuter packages that we've been setting up to really coax folks into telecommuting from home, and we think that's a good value for our customers as well as their employers. So come to Bayfield County, and we'll get you set up.
Excellent. And that sounds like it would certainly be the case. He is Chad Young. He's the CEO at Norvado. There's going to be a lot more information here on this site at norvado.com/telecommuter, with different blog posts and some of the news going on with everything that Norvado is doing for telecommuters. Please take a look around, enjoy the site. And Chad, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Andy. Appreciate you having me on today.